So Reimagine 175 is advocating for a highway to boulevard conversion. So essentially take down 175 and rebuild it as a street grade boulevard.
So you have 3 lanes in each direction.
Probably just 2.
Two, 3, however that would work out.
Depending on what the
sidewalks.
traffic study shows us. We have FDOT keeps track of all of the traffic data for all of their roads, and it's about 40,000 daily users, which is about the same as Park Boulevard.
Yep. Or Kennedy.
Or Kennedy, or sections of 34th Street. It's functioning like an arterial road. It's not functioning as an interstate. I don't anticipate them to find any new cars. I walk by it every day. I don't really ever see it. It's never congested. And it's a speedway, so you can go like 85, 90 on there.
You're going to have all the owners of the asphalt companies and the tire companies just zooming back and forth on 175 for the next few weeks.
And then when we do take it down, we already have 5th Avenue and 4th Avenue that are one-way pairs. Those have barely any barely anybody's driving on those roads.
So do we even need that road there at all?
I think what we'll see is if we do decide to take it down, when we take it down, we're probably not even going to notice.
Right.
It's just people are just going to use 5th and 4th.
Right.
I don't think it'll even make any difference.
The logistics of it, the way it might actually, suss out is that the boulevard may actually be 5th Avenue South might become the boulevard, or that the boulevard, is considered 4th Ave South. And so you actually make one of those streets the primary streets. So that way the land is actually brought back as developable land.
What's the pushback on this locally?
So the biggest pushback, folks, we mentioned the evacuation routes. But interestingly, St. Pete just published its stormwater master plan, looking at the 100-year flood scenario. During the 100-year flood, which could be this, next week if we get a major hurricane, Booker Creek runs under 175.
Yep.
175 fills with 2 feet of water during a hurricane. So it does not function as an emergency evacuation route.
So that argument
that's
is
kind of dead in the water. Yeah, well, I mean, in the water.
Under the water.
Yeah. There's also been some pushback from the hospital.
Yeah, hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I'm fortunate that I work at All Children's and Bayfront, so I've actually been able to sit down with them. I sat down with them last week.
Okay.
They have some new leadership since the last time they were approached about this in 2021. They are open-minded, is what they told me, to talking and looking at all options and hearing all proposals. I'm just one proposal, and so in my unique position I live, work, and play in the South Side and in the Innovation District essentially, and so I'm in a unique spot to advocate what my community wants. And I've gotten signed position statements from neighborhood associations all surrounding the highway. So I have Roser Park, which is just south of the highway there, Campbell Park, Harbordale a little further south, Palmetto Park, all have signed position statements supporting modifying this road to be safer. And Roser Park actually specifically wants a boulevard, and Campbell Park as well. So we're just continuing our advocacy work right now and educating people. It's complicated, right? Like you have to listen to a podcast, you have to read a little bit. Traffic engineering is not simple.
But it doesn't sound like there's this overwhelming pushback. It almost sounds like the leaders of St. Pete recognize the importance of moving in this sort of direction.
The challenge is going to be with DOT and losing capacity. Anytime that capacity for cars is decreased, it's sort of a red flag.
Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.